language we are at home anywhere. Welcome to the project day of BVMG PERUNGUDI. We are presenting in the behalf of the Resource Department, Hasiba Xavier and Mrs. Archana Narayanan on the topic language development. Communication. Effective communication is what the world demands today, and it requires certain skills. Language is an important tool for communication.
Language. Language refers to the set of symbols, usually words or signs that are organized by convention to communicate ideas. Components of language. Receptive. Receptive refers to a child's ability to understand the communication of the other people, including spoken words, gestures, and written words. It includes listening and writing skills. Expressive refers to a child's ability to express himself or herself through modes including speech, gestures, etc. This includes speaking and writing skills. The skills needed in communication are LSRW, which is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. If you see this chart, we can see that 45% constitutes listening, 30% constitutes speaking, 16% reading, and 9% writing.
Listening skills. Listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret message in the communication process. Listening is the most significant part in learning as it plays a vital role in helping the language learner to acquire pronunciation, word stress, vocabulary syntax, and the comprehension of the messages conveyed. Facts about listening. More a person is exposed to the spoken words, greater the listening and spoken ability. So as much as you listen to others, you are a better speaker. Listening and hearing are two different skills. Listening actually involves concentration, but hearing doesn't need concentration. Language skills are learned as a whole. Not one language skill is learned alone. All the four skills are very important. Tips to enhance listening skills. Simon Says activity. This is an activity where you can actually ask the child to do something by including Simon Says. Like example, Simon says clap your hands. Simon says stand up. Instructional game. This is where you actually include a lot of instruction in a particular game to make it fun as well as to encourage listening in a child. For example, you can use sight words where the child has to jump in the particular sight word when you say it. Instructional painting. This is also another fun way to inculcate listening skills where you actually give a lot of instruction while the children are painting.
Speaking skills. Speaking is described as an interactive process of constructing meaning that involves producing, receiving, and processing information. It helps us to express our thoughts and emotions. Tips to enhance speaking skills. Role plays. In this picture you can see the topic is 4 friends of a plant. You can see the children are enacting the different roles. It's a wonderful way to enhance speaking skills. Next is show and tell. Here a child shows a particular object and speaks about it.
Reading skills. Reading skill is the ability to decode meaning from a text. The skills include phonics, word recognition, vocabulary, decoding, and fluency. Most experts say that about 7 years of age is the best time to begin teaching reading. Tips to enhance reading skills. Using picture flashcards. You see here in the picture, these kind of flashcards are used for the children to enhance reading. Reading story from book. Usually when you are selecting a book for your little one, select a book where there is a lot of pictures and minimal amount of words so that it will encourage children's reading and will not strain. Reading dialogues. Reading dialogues like this will also enhance reading skills, where you actually include conversation of your everyday life.
Writing skills. Writing is a process of using symbols like letters of the alphabet, punctuation, and spaces to communicate thoughts and ideas in a readable form. Tips to enhance writing skills. Writing a journal. Writing every day and by maintaining a journal is a wonderful way to enhance writing skills. Writing topic on prompts. Here the job is made easier because we are giving them a topic and they are expected to write on that. Next would be quick writing. In this, the child listens to the prompt, thinks for a minute and writes for about 3 minutes. When you do this on a daily basis, it actually enhances writing skills to a great extent. Importance of language. Language is how humans express needs, show emotions, and forge attachment bonds. It also helps them to understand and cope with emotions. Through language, children make sense of experiences and the world around them. It helps to shape our thoughts. Effect of language on development. The ability to analyze ideas, even basic ones such as hot versus cold, depends on language. That in turn becomes a building block for critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. Language is the foundation for most learning, whether it is factual knowledge, moral development, or physical achievement. Language becomes a vehicle for building social relationships. Research reveals that language and brain development are intricately related.
Language development. Language development refers to the process through which children acquire or learn language. So here is a small video to make you understand how language develops across the stages. So here we have shown a single picture to all the 4 children of different stages like kindergarten, primary school, middle school and higher secondary. And the instructions were also the same, where the students have to elicit what they see in the picture, what is happening and what could happen.
Rakshana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what do you see, dear?
Nest.
Okay, and egg and
Chick.
chick. Very good. Anything else you see?
Food.
Food. Very good. Okay, any idea what is happening? What is happening in the picture, Nakshatra? What are the chicks doing?
Eating. Eating food.
Eating food. Very good. Anything else? Okay. What do you think about it, Mahalakshmi?
A hen is giving food and chicks are eating, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else?
Egg. And chicks give eggs, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. What do you think is happening in the picture?
The hen is giving food and the chicks are eating, ma'am.
Anything else? Okay. Anything? What will happen after this? Any idea what will happen after this?
The egg will fall down, ma'am. The egg laces.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Shreya.
This seems to be a drawing of 3 chickens, 3 tiny chicks, and 1 mother chicken.
Okay.
It looks like they're all having their food in 3 tiny in 3 small vessels and 1 big vessel, which contains the majority of the food. There's a carpet spread across, spread on the floor, and they're all sitting on it. And this seems to be a drawing, and it looks like it has been colored with a pen, colored and shaded with a pencil or charcoal.
Anything that you can say what's happening in the picture, what will happen, something like that?
I think that the vessel is filled with soil and they're trying to catch worms in it. And that's all, ma'am.
Shreya, voice was disturbed. Can you tell again what you said?
That's all, ma'am.
No, you were saying something and your voice got disturbed. Can you repeat what you said? You were saying something about the vessel.
It looks like the vessel has some kind of design on it, and it also looks like the vessel holds mud where the chicks and the hen are trying to find worms for to eat.
Okay. No, now can you tell me what is happening? Or no, don't focus on the things, but what is happening or what might happen?
They're all eating.
Anything else?
And the mother hen is trying. It looks like the mother hen is trying to find more food.
Okay.
I can see food. I see equally divided, but one hasn't. One either finished eating or hasn't got it yet. And I see the mother protectively standing, and I see all of them looking really happy. And there's a lot of food more, but the mother's not eating, waiting for the children to finish, and after that eat probably. And yeah.
Okay, so any idea what could? So you just explained what is happening. So any idea what could happen?
That probably the hen would eat after, and
okay. That's it.
In the previous video, you were able to see how language develops across different stages. Now we are going to walk through how language develops through infancy. 1 to 6 months old, the child should be able to poo and gurgle, sounds like ah, ba, etc. At 6 to 12 months old, the child should be able to babble, babbling sounds like dada, mama, etc. 12 to 18 months old, the baby's first word should appear, like to copy sounds and words of parents. For example, mummy, daddy, teddy, etc. From 18 to 24 months old, the toddler should be able to join two words together and start to learn a lot of new words. For example, more tea, come here, etc. 2 to 3 years old, the child should be able to use 3 to 5 word sentences like daddy fix it, I am hungry, give me food, etc. Language development through ages 3 to 6. Age 3 uses sentences of 3 to 4 words, asks simple questions like where are you, tells simple stories and can convey ideas, uses nearly 1000 words, responds to two-step commands with preposition. At age 4, follows commands even though objects are not present. For example, bring the glass from the kitchen, can speak of imaginary conditions, ask many questions, uses references of 4 to 5 words, begins to combine sentences, use past tense. At age 5, the child should be able to define objects by their use. For example, a glass is used to drink water. Knows words for spatial relations, use sentences of 5 to 6 words, knows common opposites, tells story with simple plot, and uses past, present, and future tense. At age 6, the child should be able to use grammar in a sentence and conversation. Able to understand the meaning of most sentences that adults speak, predicts the next sequences of events, and tells a 4 to 5 part story. Knows the proper usage of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Even though there are guidelines, the child is unique and the development occurs based on the child's individual characteristics.
Red flags in language development. At 9 months, if your child is not smiling or engaging in back and forth cooing and laughing with you, this could be a reason for concern. The first 6 months of life should be all about building social connections. At 12 months, if your baby is not babbling such as babu, this is a reason for concern. The second half of the first year should be all about playing with simple sounds. At 15 months, if your child is not pointing or using gestures like bye-bye, this is a reason for concern. Pointing is used to draw attention and share interest, which is one of the early skills of conversation. At 18 months, if your child does not use at least 6 to 10 words consistently, this is a reason for concern. Between 1 and 2 years old, your child's vocabulary should grow to about 50 words. 20 months, if your child is not following simple one-step directions like come here, this is a reason for concern. Your child should begin to understand more as receptive language skills grow. At 24 months, if your child is not putting two words together to make simple sentences like dada, go or come here, this is a reason for concern. Over this next year, vocabulary should grow from 50 to 1000 words. At 2 to 3 years of age, if a stranger cannot understand 50 to 75% of what your child says, this could be a reason for concern. During this time, the child should be mastering early developmental sounds in conversation. In the next video, we'll be sharing a few frequently asked questions, and I'm sure you'll find it interesting.
Hello, ma'am. How can a parent support language development?
That's a very, very nice and interesting question. So the first thing we need to understand is we need to talk to the child a lot. So talking doesn't mean that the child has to be old enough to reply to you or something, but just keep talking to the child. Talking is one of the main things. Talk. Keep encouraging the child to talk to you. Focus on the communication. Talk with your child. Encourage him. Imitation of sounds and gestures. Next is reading. Start reading to your child even when he or she is a small baby. Right? Read to your child, and you don't have to wait for response. Like I said, for talking, continue with the reading process. Tell stories. Use everyday situations, not only your fairy tales or your olden day stories, a Raja story. No, not needed. Use your everyday situation. Talk about the people who have come to your house. Create your own stories. Make a child a good listener and also a good storyteller, and you are the best judge of it. Follow your child's lead. Sometimes children will like to talk about something they have seen or something they picked up on the ground. Let them talk. Just encourage, keep asking leading questions, leave them open-ended questions. So just follow your child's lead, and never criticize your child's articulation or the way he's talking or some words which he's spelling in a different manner. Don't ever criticize or make fun of your child. Next is using television and technology, computer sparingly. Okay, there's nothing that he's going to learn so much from it. So minimize the usage of all the gadgets and television. And one thing we all tend to miss is the ear infections.
Yes.
So whenever a child complains or you feel that there's something different, please treat the ear infections correctly. So these are the ways in which a parent can influence the language development. So my question for you is, what activities do you think would help language development in children? Activities in general.
So there are a few of activities that can really has a direct impact on the child's language development. One of us is the word game. So what do we do in this word game is that we actually tend to say a word. Then the child has to, say a word which starts with the last alphabet of the previous word. For example, if I'm saying apple, the child has to say a word, something that starts with E. For example, elephant.
Okay.
So this will help the child to develop a lot of vocabulary, like lots of words, generate new words, and of course the spelling of the words, because he has to concentrate on the end word and everything. So and you can use riddles, ask a lot of riddles, because it's a fun way for the child also, and there are a lot of riddles for a child to understand. Then we can use rhymes. Rhymes is going to help the child to learn the spelling of the word, or how we pronounce the word especially. Correct. So that is how rhymes is going to help. And of course rhymes is very fun, so they are going to love singing the song and everything. So, and homonyms can also help. Homonyms is going to help to differentiate between two words which can be pronounced in a similar way. So that is how homonyms is going to help. Then singing a song, not exactly an educational song or what, but some song that is in a language that you're trying to teach the child. So songs are going to help, definitely going to help. Then tongue twisters, of course, are also going to help the child a lot. So these are some of the few activities that can help. Then of course you can actually include a lot of other activities that the child is interested in. So the child's interest also is very important, so you can include those kind of activities also. Yeah.
Perfect. There's one thing I forgot to add, like a parent's role. They could do a lot of role play. If you see our generation, we used to sit and play teacher or play mother, and be the teaching. Children love to imitate whoever they are seeing. Lot earlier stages it will be the mother, and then it will be the teacher. So whenever a child wants to do that play acting, please encourage. Sit down, be the student. Let your child take over. Let your child teach. So it's a wonderful way in which language can be developed. So another thing I wanted to ask you was, what do you think is the role of a teacher in language development?
Yeah, teachers definitely play an important role in the child's language development, because nowadays students are spending a lot of time in the school with the teachers. So of course they can actually help them. First of all is to encourage conversation. A teacher should always encourage a student's conversation, and they should be patient. Sometimes a child is maybe hesitant, or he's taking time to say an answer. Instead of prompting him or answering in his behalf, it's better for the teacher to encourage or wait patiently for the student to finish whatever he's saying. Of course, teachers are very good models. Like you mentioned earlier, a teacher is going to look up to a student is going to look up to a teacher, so they can model to them to form a sentence or something like that. And of course, maintaining eye contact is also very important, because that is going to help the child's confidence, to boost the child's confidence and help them to understand, okay, I am talking clearly. And some more points are to help them to articulate the words properly, like to pronounce it properly, to give them proper guidance on how to pronounce each and every word. And of course, you can do an activity with the children which is called the question of the day, where you give a question and discuss with everyone, and you can make a record of these questions so that the child can go back to it and refer to it again. So these are some of the activities that teacher can do. Then of course, practicing with peers is also very important, because the child is going to feel comfortable talking to the own age group. So in that case, a teacher could form a peer group in a classroom, and ask one group to present while the other group is listening attentively. In this way, what happens, both all the children will get a equal opportunity to talk as well as be a participant audience. So the listening skill also is going to develop. So this is one activity a teacher can include in the classroom setup.
It's actually a very doable activity, because when every child is an audience and every child is a speaker, so obviously they know where to stop, where they need to give the other person opportunity. It's a wonderful way of learning and language development.
Yes. And of course, the teacher should also give rewards. Like every time a child is trying something new, or saying something, the child should always be rewarded, so that he knows that, okay, I'm doing good, and he's feeling confident, of course. So rewarding is also very important. So yeah, these are some of the things that the teacher can do.
And feedback. Feedback is very important, because good or bad, they need to know where they need to work on. If they've done well, it's very important to say that you have done well. So this way, again, this will be modeled, they will understand that a teacher has done, and they will also want to follow it.
Yes, definitely.
Lovely. So is play necessary for children?
Definitely.
For development of language?
Definitely. It's going to help a tremendous amount of way, because children interact through play actually, because like we saw earlier, their vocabulary is not yet developed properly, and this play is going to help them to do it. So they usually interact their emotions or whatever they're feeling through play. So that is going to be a very good medium to inculcate the language, whatever you're trying to teach, whichever language you're trying to teach. And not only the language part, but it's also going to help them in other aspects, like your brain development. While playing, their brain development is going to get enriched, and moreover, it's going to help them for motor developments, like fine motor skills, gross motor skills, and physical development also. So these are some of the very good aspects of play, including play in the teaching a child a language. Yes.
So what happens nowadays, outdoor play has come down a lot. So lots of things
Sadly.
the child can pick up. Yeah. not only get to pick up friends, they get to pick up different languages, different words they learn. They see objects, they see the playthings. So there are so many ways in which they can enhance. It is not only good for their physical development, it's also good for their cognitive development. And especially language is something where you can pick up very easily when a child is out at play. So of late, you can see that the number of children playing on gadgets is more, and physical activity has come down. So definitely, we need to encourage parents to take their children out. It's very good for the fresh air, and what wonders it's going to do for your child's development. It's going to be a holistic development. So outdoor play is also very, very, very highly recommended.
Yes, sure. And it's also going to help them for social development also, like how do they connect with others. So that is also going to be a very good part of play. I have one question for you. Do you think TV can help language development?
No. Watching TV or video is definitely not going to help a child pick up language, not under the age of 2. Right? It is a one-way medium. The TV is just going to talk to you. You're not going to interact with the TV. It's just a medium, and it just goes on giving you something or the other mindlessly. So what a child needs from birth to at least to the age of 2 years is caregiving adults and parents and people who are going to talk. Real people, real talk from real people. The child needs to hear and listen and imbibe. He may not, respond immediately, but definitely he's taking in all the words and noises and everything. All a child needs is real talk from real people and not TV or videos. Even your educational videos is not going to help under the age of 2. So babies and toddlers learn new words and develop language skills only by listening and interacting with caring adults. So that is something which needs to be reinforced. TV is not going to help you learn language, not under the age of 2. Okay? And it's again mindless noise and so much of screen time not needed at all. I strongly disagree with the fact of TV helping in language development.
Yes. Sure.
And I want to ask you something. Does singing help in language development?
Definitely it's going to help. Like we've already said, it's one of the ways how you can actually encourage the child. It's one of the activities that you can include to teach your child a language, because it's fun, first of all, because it's not a stress for the child. It's going to be a fun activity where they sing with their parents or peers or whatever. And of course it's going to help them to understand how the discrimination between how different words are pronounced. So it's going to help them in that way, as well as it's going to help them with the literacy skills. Sometimes a song might have a different new word, so the child is going to learn that new word with the context of the song. So yes, definitely songs are going to help the child. Listening to songs is going to help the child.
And children are like sponges. They will absorb a lot. They pick up very fast.
Yes.
We'll really encourage a lot of talking and interaction between peers, between parents, grandparents. I think we need to spend a lot of time talking to each other. So I think that definitely the child is going to pick up.
Yes, the limit of a language is going to be the limit of your world. So learning a language is definitely important.
So we'll be leaving you to enjoy a video by our children which shows different ways to enhance language development. It was lovely talking to you, Hepzibah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Same here. Thank you.
Hello, good morning to all. My name is Raga. I am studying from 3B. This is all my medical supplies for war soldiers. This is all my materials. This is underpants, and this is surgical instruments and dressing aids, first aid box and towels. And this is tablets, and this is a stethoscope. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Samri.
Nidhi from 4th. I'm going to talk about Women Royal Indian Naval Service, shortly called as RIN. RIN was started during Second World War. This allowed women to serve the nation. RIN included cooks, clothes, and weapon analysts, etc. They were not allowed to go to sea. RIN had 75,000 active service women in 1944. Even after the war, RIN remained and formed into Royal Navy in 1993. Women played an important role in defeating enemies with sense of duties, pride and confidence. Thanks to all Indian heroines. Hats off and big salute to them. Thank you. Hello everyone, good to see you all. Do you know all about me? I am Kalyani's son and I am here to talk about the role of Indian women in World War. In 1942, when India was under British ruling, they formed RINs to the war. The RIN played a huge role to manpower in World War II. That time, women was done lot of show jobs. So man could go to sea. But women didn't go to sea. I was the first Indian woman worked in naval service. I was the first Indian woman who went to UK to study women's naval service. I am very proud to be the World War, part of the World War. Thank you all.
Percent hurt, he needs head. The first help is first aid. The first aid box have cotton, ointment, Dettol, bandage, scissors and some medicines.
I am Satvik from 5P. Today I am going to share a story about an Indian Army medical officer. I live a life less honorary. I am at war to bring peace. I stand tall with the need for the pain they feel in body or mind. Through the mist or storm, I lived in darkness to bring light to our hearts. There is a north ascent. I keep the future in mind. I can't leave anybody behind since we are soldiers for our family's temple. Hello, I'm Karthi from class 5C. My topic is medical equipment used by Indians. In First World War, my first one is silk sterile tubes. In the wartime, soldiers cartoon, they will use these silk sterile tapes. They will stitch up their wounds. My second one is tourniquet. In the wartime, soldiers got hurt in their limbs, they will use this tourniquet. They will tie up above the affected area to stop bleeding. My next one is radiology. Radiology is also called as X-ray. In the wartime, X-ray is taken to see where is the bullet located. This is the example of X-ray. It is also called as grape shot. Thank you.
On the battlefield of World War I, many soldiers got injured on the battlefield. They were not able to go. They
tiger.